Anybody can print a business card and look professional. That's definitely a myth. You end up with paint on the floor, you end up with overlaps, with heavy coats, thin coats. That is absolutely a myth. I'm Dustin, I'm the sales manager here at Phillips Home Improvements, and I'd like to bust some of the biggest myths when homeowners are hiring contractors. Because what you don't know can hurt you. That's definitely a myth. So lowest price will never equal the best deal. They have to be sacrificing certain pieces of it, whether it's the prep, whether it's the product, whether it's a watered down paint. In order to offer that lowest price, they have to sacrifice. And you don't need to sacrifice for your house. That's definitely a myth. So if you look at it, our better contractors or the best contractors are always busy. They don't have idle time. It does not mean that the person that has an opening tomorrow is going to be the worst person, but the odds are if they're not super packed right now, they don't have a good base of clientele and referral business. That's entertaining, yes, because the business card is a license. No, that is absolutely a myth. Anybody can print a business card and look professional, but in the state of Texas, there are no general contractors licensed, so anybody with a $100 check can go down to a city and get an LLC and then print their license on their business card. That's absolutely a myth. So what's different with us is we are not only a vetted contractor, but we have 28 years in the business. Not even to say, we go a little bit further. So we're part of the Better Business Bureau. We're part of the Good Contractors list. We get the Code of Ethics awards. We can continue to go night in and night out by our accolades and other contractors and companies that look into us to ensure that we're going to be the best contractor for you. That is absolutely a myth. Let's put it this way. Most warranties are only as good as the paper they're printed on, because a company can only prove their length of warranty by the years of business that they've been in. So trusting a company like us, 28 years in the business, we can prove 28 years of a lifetime warranty. So when we give you a warranty, we can back it with our experience and our time in the business. That is absolutely a myth again. So prep isn't just paint. Prep is very important. If we don't remove the oils, if we don't remove the bugs and the nests and the greases and the molds and the mildews off of the house, the paint's not going to adhere properly. If we don't tape and paper up the brick, you're going to get paint on your house. There's going to be overspray where you don't want paint. If we don't make sure that we cover all the necessities of the house, you are not going to be as happy as you could be and should be at the end. Yep, that's absolutely a myth again. So reviews can be faked. If you want to think about it this way, you can pay your customers, you can pay your family, you can pay your employees to go in and create good reviews. Verified reviews, and a lot of them, is just a part, it's just a section of how you were to pick the proper contractor for you. You also want to use the other accolades that we carry, Better Business Bureau and so on. Yeah, that's going to be a myth, absolutely. Anything can look good on day one. It's the performance of the paint that matters. It's the quality of the paint that matters, because over time, could be 6 months, could be a year, could be 2 years, that paint will start to deteriorate if it's been watered down, if it's an inferior paint, and then you're left to repaint your house again. That's going to be a myth as well, so it's not always standard, and not a lot of contractors will spend the extra money to put 2 coats on. But 2 coats is still one of those question marks. It's how thick are they putting on? Are they putting it on in the proper manner that will guarantee that Sherwin-Williams or any of the paint suppliers will warranty their product over time? It's absolutely a myth. There are a lot of people that think that they can paint, but they're not fine lines, they're not clean lines. You end up with paint on the floor, you end up with overlaps, with heavy coats, thin coats, streaky walls. There is a professional manner in paint. Okay, well, just like the other myths that are available here, that's absolutely a myth as well. Just because you're getting a piece of paper that gives you, we're going to paint this room and we're going to do it at this price, does not tell you the product that they're going to carry, the amount of coats that they're going to put in, the prep work that they're going to do behind the scenes, and then ultimately, two other pieces, the professionalism of the crew that comes out and the company that's going to guarantee it over the period of time. You may think that's the case, which does make it a myth, but here at Phillips, we have project consultants that have your best interests in mind. We're here to look at what you want to have done and then ultimately what you need to have done so over the years you have a clean, perfect job. Save money if you wait. When have you ever saved money when you wait? Myth again. We don't control costs. We don't control labor costs. Labor costs continue to come up. Don't want to get into all the other pieces of it, but material costs continue to inflate. And if you think about it, 30, 40, 50 years ago, houses have never come back down to the price where they were before. It will always continue down. So I know we've gone over a lot of myths today and may still leave a couple of questions in mind. But if you're looking to have a project done on your home, give us at Phillips Home Improvements an opportunity to show you what makes us different in our 28 years in business. I know you'll be happy and excited.